Blade of Disaster. This is actually a reprint of a spell that was in Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, and I think it also made it into Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I'm gonna briefly go over the old version though, and then tell you what changed. So it's a 9th level spell, casting time bonus action, range 60 feet, verbal somatic components, duration 1 minute, and it's concentration, school conjuration, and you create a blade-shaped planar rift about 3 feet long in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The blade lasts for the duration. When you cast this spell, you can make up to 2 melee spell attacks with the blade, each one against a creature, loose object, or structure within 5 feet of the blade. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 force damage. This attack scores a critical hit if the number on the d20 is 18 or higher. On a critical hit, the blade deals an extra 8d12 force damage for a total of 12d12 force damage. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the blade up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, and then make up to 2 melee spell attacks with it again. The blade can harmlessly pass through any barrier, including a wall of force. So this is a very cool spell. Bonus action cast it. You can hit twice. It's basically like a super spiritual weapon. You're doing 4d12, crits on an 18, and you get to add extra damage to the crit more than you normally would. For a total of 12d12. It does force damage, great damage type. And as a bonus action, you can move it 30 feet and still do those 2 attacks. So what did they change about it? So they actually kind of buffed it, and I'll explain how. So the bonus action range, components, and duration is all the same. You create a 3-foot long blade-shaped planar rift that lasts for the duration. That's the same. The rift appears within range in a space of your choice. You can immediately make up to 2 melee spell attacks, each one against a creature or object within 5 feet of the rift. On a hit, the target takes 10d6 force damage. This attack scores a critical hit if the number on the d20 is 18 or higher. As a bonus action on your later turns, you can move the rift up to 60 feet and repeat the 2 attacks against a creature or object within 5 feet of it. You can direct the attacks at the same target or at different ones. The blade can harmlessly pass through any barrier, included ones created by spells like Wall of Force. So what they did here is they kind of buffed and nerfed the damage. So the base damage is actually higher. If you do the math, 4d12 is around an average of 24 damage, but 10d6 is an average of about 30 damage. So it does a little bit more damage on average, but they got rid of the extra dice on a critical hit. So it on average will be doing more damage than it used to, but it won't have any special crit rules. So it doesn't add any extra damage when you crit, but it still has a expanded crit range. So that's cool. And then also the range you can move it was 30 feet and now it's 60 feet. So that's another buff. So I really like this spell, and I feel like more people will use it potentially. We'll see.